Every year, the average American household spends nearly $60,000 on goods and services. But here's the shocking part: studies show that spending all that money doesn't make us any happier. In fact, the more we consume, the less satisfied we become. If buying things isn't bringing us joy, then why do we keep doing it? We're constantly told that the key to happiness is the next big purchase. But what if everything we've been taught about consumerism is wrong? What if true fulfillment comes from less stuff, not more? In this video, we'll explore how consumerism shapes our happiness, and why it might be the biggest trap we've been caught in. You'll learn how to break free from the cycle of endless buying, uncover the surprising link between materialism and unhappiness, and discover powerful strategies to live a more sustainable and fulfilling life. Stick with us, and you might just realize that the less you buy, the happier you'll be. Are you ready to rethink everything you thought you knew about consumerism? Let's dive in. Chapter 1: The Illusion of More. Why stuff won't make you happier. Many of us believe that owning more will make us happier, but studies show that's not true. According to the Journal of Consumer Research, after a certain point, more stuff doesn't lead to more happiness. In fact, the more we buy, the less fulfilled we feel. This is called hedonic adaptation, the idea that we quickly get used to new things, and their novelty wears off. Think about it: when you first buy a new phone, it feels amazing. But after a few months, it's just another device. The excitement fades. Researchers call this the arrival fallacy, the belief that reaching a goal or acquiring something will make us permanently happy. But it rarely does. Instead of adding more to your life, try appreciating what you already have. This shift can lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment. A study by the University of California found that people who practiced gratitude reported higher levels of happiness and lower levels of materialism. By focusing on the value of your current possessions, you can break free from the constant desire for more. This is why minimalism is gaining traction. The idea is simple: buy only what you need and let go of the rest. When you don't have clutter in your life, you focus on what truly matters. By intentionally choosing fewer things, you can create more space for experiences, relationships, and joy. The key to happiness lies not in accumulation, but in experiences that enrich our lives. In fact, Harvard Business Review reported that spending on experiences, like travel or hobbies, leads to greater long-term satisfaction than buying products. Experiences create memories, build relationships, and shape our personal growth. Instead of hunting for the next big thing, start asking yourself, do I really need this? This simple question can help you make smarter, more fulfilling choices. You'll find that less can actually be more when it comes to true happiness. Chapter 2: The Feel-Good Economy. Unmasking the greenwashing phenomenon. We often think we're helping the planet by choosing eco-friendly products. But not all green claims are genuine. This practice is known as greenwashing, where companies give a false impression of environmental responsibility. TerraChoice Environmental Marketing found that 95% of green products have misleading or false claims. For example, a popular, eco-friendly water bottle may advertise that it's biodegradable, but what it doesn't mention is that it's made of plastic that still takes hundreds of years to decompose. Or take clothing brands that boast about using recycled materials, but their factories still emit high levels of carbon. Greenwashing isn't just a marketing trick, it's also harmful. It undermines real efforts to create change. In a world of constant advertising, it's hard to tell which companies are actually making a positive impact. But there are ways to spot greenwashing. Always look for third-party certifications like Fair Trade, Energy Star, or Cradle to Cradle. These are indicators that a product meets strict environmental and ethical standards. Before making a purchase, ask, does this product have an impact beyond just being green? Does it help reduce waste, support fair labor practices, or promote energy efficiency? These deeper questions help you move beyond surface-level claims and make a real difference with your buying decisions. If you're looking to make a truly sustainable purchase, think about the life cycle of the product. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, states that the most significant environmental impacts often occur during the manufacturing and disposal stages. Buying things that last longer, are repairable, or are reusable can be far more sustainable than just opting for something that claims to be eco-friendly. As consumers, we have the power to hold companies accountable. By supporting brands that are genuinely committed to sustainability, we can push the market to change. When you choose wisely, you're not just buying a product, you're helping create a more sustainable world. Chapter 3: Conscious Consumption. The art of choosing less for more fulfillment. One of the biggest challenges of our consumer-driven world is learning to consume consciously. The key here is not buying less, but buying smarter. In a world full of choices, it's easy to get distracted by sales, trends, and advertising. But what if you focused on choosing only the things that truly bring value into your life? Conscious consumption starts with understanding your own needs. What do you truly need to be happy and fulfilled? A study published in Psychology Today suggests that people who make thoughtful, intentional purchases tend to feel more satisfied than those who buy impulsively. By avoiding impulse buying, you can create more space for things that matter. A simple way to begin is by adopting the one in, one out rule. This means that for every new item you buy, you donate or recycle something old. This keeps your space uncluttered and ensures that each new purchase serves a purpose. It's not just about reducing the volume of stuff, it's about making every item count. You can also become more mindful by considering the long-term impact of your purchases. Does this item serve a lasting purpose, or will it be forgotten in a few months? According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the average American household throws away 81 pounds of clothing per person each year. By making thoughtful choices and opting for quality over quantity, you can reduce waste and make sure your purchases are useful. Another strategy is to embrace the idea of slow consumption. Slow consumption encourages you to take time with your purchases. Instead of rushing to buy something new, ask yourself if it's truly necessary or if you can make do with what you already have. This is the opposite of fast fashion and trendy gadgets that come and go quickly. One of the most powerful ways to consume consciously is to focus on experiences instead of material goods. Studies show that experiences, such as trips with friends or learning a new skill, lead to greater happiness than acquiring products. These experiences build memories that last far longer than the fleeting satisfaction of owning something new. Lastly, think about how your consumption fits into the bigger picture. The United Nations says that a shift toward more sustainable consumption patterns is key to protecting our planet's future. By supporting local businesses, buying second-hand, and reducing waste, you're contributing to a global movement that can help ensure a sustainable future for all. When you shift from a mindset of endless acquisition to one of mindful consumption, you'll find that less really can be more. You'll not only feel more satisfied, but you'll also be living in a way that's better for you and the planet. Conscious consumption is about making choices that support your values and lead to a more fulfilling life. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more ideas on how to live sustainably and mindfully. Chapter 4: Sustainable Happiness. Cultivating joy without the cartons of stuff. True happiness doesn't come from the things we buy, but from how we live and the connections we make. Research shows that people who prioritize relationships and experiences over material possessions are happier in the long run. A study by Harvard University found that strong social bonds are the key to a long and happy life, even more so than wealth or career success. So, instead of focusing on the latest gadget or luxury item, focus on building meaningful relationships. One way to create sustainable happiness is to invest in experiences rather than things. Experiences are unique, they shape who we are, create lasting memories, and foster deeper bonds with others. In fact, a report from the Journal of Positive Psychology found that people who spent money on experiences, like travel or activities with loved ones, were more likely to feel satisfied and content than those who spent money on material goods. Another simple way to boost your happiness is by spending time in nature. Research from the University of Kansas showed that people who spent time outdoors in green spaces experienced a reduction in stress and improved mental well-being. Nature has a unique way of grounding us and helping us feel more connected to the world around us. It's also essential to practice mindfulness. Being present in the moment helps us appreciate what we have and reduces the constant craving for more. A study from University of California, Berkeley found that people who practiced mindfulness showed lower levels of materialism and higher levels of happiness. So, try slowing down, enjoying small moments, and being fully aware of what's around you. Sustainable happiness comes from creating balance in your life. This means taking care of your mind, body, and spirit, and finding joy in simple things. Activities like cooking a meal, walking in your neighborhood, or having a deep conversation with a friend can all contribute to lasting happiness. The key is to find fulfillment in life's little moments instead of constantly searching for external validation. Chapter 5: Reimagining Success. Is the dream lifestyle actually a trap? In our society, we're often taught that success equals wealth, status, and the ability to buy whatever we want. But this idea of the dream lifestyle may actually be a trap. According to the World Happiness Report, countries with the highest happiness levels are not those with the highest incomes, but those with better work-life balance, stronger community ties, and a focus on well-being over wealth. When we define success by external markers, we risk losing sight of what truly matters. Research by Deloitte found that more than 60% of people are stressed by the pressure to achieve conventional markers of success, like owning a big house or having a high-paying job. But once people start focusing on values like personal growth, relationships, and health, they report higher levels of satisfaction. Reimagining success means shifting from material accumulation to holistic well-being. This could mean focusing more on personal development, like learning a new skill or exploring a passion, instead of just climbing the corporate ladder. Studies show that people who invest in self-improvement, rather than just material wealth, report feeling more fulfilled. The truth is that our culture's obsession with wealth can leave us feeling empty. The American Psychological Association reports that while people may feel a temporary boost from buying luxury items, this pleasure quickly fades, leading them to chase the next purchase. A more sustainable definition of success would focus on inner contentment, health, and making a positive impact on others. To break free from this trap, you can start by asking yourself, what does success mean to me? What brings me joy, peace, and purpose? The answer to these questions might not involve a big paycheck or expensive possessions. It may be found in how you live your life day to day, the choices you make, and the relationships you nurture. Chapter 6: The Future of Consumerism, Turning the Tide Toward Ethical Living. As we look toward the future, it's clear that consumerism as we know it needs to change. According to the United Nations, if current consumption trends continue, we risk depleting the planet's resources and harming ecosystems irreparably. But there's hope. The rise of ethical living is a movement that aims to create a more sustainable, responsible, and conscious way of consuming. The future of consumerism involves a shift from ownership to access. Instead of buying products that we only use occasionally, we can embrace the concept of sharing or renting. For example, many cities now have shared car programs, where people can rent a car for a few hours, reducing the need for everyone to own a car. This shift can significantly reduce waste and energy consumption, all while making products more accessible to people who might not have the means to buy them outright. Another promising change is the growing demand for circular economies. In a circular economy, products are designed to be reused, repaired, and recycled, reducing waste and minimizing the need for raw materials. Companies like Patagonia are leading the way in this area by offering customers repair services for their clothes and creating products from recycled materials. Technology is also playing a big role in reshaping consumer habits. Apps and websites are now available to help consumers track their environmental impact, find sustainable products, and connect with ethical businesses. According to Nielsen, 66% of global consumers are willing to pay more for sustainable brands, and this number is steadily increasing. In this new consumer landscape, businesses must also be more transparent about their practices. The more consumers demand ethical and sustainable options, the more companies will adapt. The key to driving this change is for each of us to vote with our wallets, supporting brands that prioritize the planet and people over profits. As we embrace this shift toward ethical living, it's essential to remember that every choice counts. Whether you're buying local, choosing second-hand, or supporting a company with a transparent supply chain, these actions collectively contribute to a more sustainable future. The future of consumerism can be brighter if we all take small steps to make smarter, more ethical choices. By embracing sustainability, prioritizing well-being, and supporting responsible businesses, we can create a world where happiness and sustainability go hand in hand. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more tips on how to live more sustainably and make smarter, happier choices every day. Thanks for watching.